Welcome everybody to the Sportiest stream. Nice to see you all here tonight. We're starting to get into some of our late night matches, and we've got a couple actually coming up. Originally, we were planning to have 2 late night matches. We've now got 3, and so that means we have to take a look at our schedule again. Our first match is a match that we had scheduled a while: Swordfish, Bebop, Stryker, Nebula. And after that, we'll actually be seeing 2 players on the Stryker org. Not Nebula, they'll be on the 2 players from Stryker, yeah. BoltiniRome and Aiko Wusky playing off in a 1v1. And we'll end with a Golden Cup match between Team Gambit and Knights of Chaos Strikers Gold. Gonna be a fun one, gonna be a good one. I am so ready for this series. Of course, again, reminder, our first one though, Swordfish, Bebop, Stryker, Nebula. Quite a series to watch here, as we got some actually follows. I know we had a couple follows coming in. We had Nico the Husker followed right before stream, and we also had now a follow from Dinosaur. Thank you for the follows. Good luck in your match, Dino. Against a very tough very tough Swordfish Bebop team. This Bebop team is undefeated, 4-0. They have not lost yet, and they are very likely going to continue that here. As Stryker Nebula 1-3, their season has not gone well. Well, it doesn't really matter too much about the leaderboard. We might as well tell you anyways. Bebop is currently listed as the 3rd best team in the league, with 3 on the rankings. Whereas the 1-3 Stryker Nebula is ranked number 23. They're not too far outside of the playoffs, but they want to have a good record to get into those playoffs. They're going to have to fight for it. As I see you all in chat again, ask me how am I doing? Oh, I'm doing good, thank you, IJ. Hopefully you're doing well. Nice to see you. But again, you know you're doing well. You're taking your time. And we're gonna get Swordfish here in the lobby very, very soon. I'm sure they're doing a. I'm sure they might be doing some sort of a watch party. I mean, that org does like that stuff, and I'm sure they'll be very interested in seeing how how one of their all-star teams does, especially the one that probably has the strongest likelihood of winning the whole thing. This Bebop team was made to win the whole thing, not just to do well, to win. And they've been on a good route to it. Hello, Bawa. How you doing, Bawa? Nice to see you again. Listen, we till you go to college, IJ? Wow. Hey, good for you, man. I'm gonna be. I am not going to college yet, but I can't wait for the day I'm going. What you doing in college? You learning anything fun? Hopefully you are. And again, we'll be getting these guys into the lobby very soon. Info has been sent. 5 minutes till our match start time. Means we can now. We can now get that prediction pull up. Swordfish Bebop 4-0. Stryker Nebula 1-3. But before you make your vote. Before you make your vote, there is some fun statistic here about Nebula that might help you. Some of you maybe change your vote to go to Nebula in this match, because Stryker Nebula, well, they are 1-3. The one team they've beaten is Merc, M-U-R-Q. That team is 3-1. Their only loss comes to Stryker Nebula. Nebula can take down some really tough opponents. Although, unfortunately, their losses have also come to tough teams as well, as in Stryker New Jersey, who I believe is also having a pretty good season. New Jersey, it's another Stryker team, by the way. They also played iOS. iOS is 2-2. Stryker New Jersey is currently 3-2. They actually played their match. That's nice. This week, and the other loss coming to Astral Supernova, another one of those newer teams in here. Supernova is currently 3-1. They've had a tough schedule for this team. It doesn't get easier though when they have to play Swordfish Bebop. Again, one of the top teams here. Not the top team. The top team actually is Infinite Shots and Demonic Phantoms. But they are one of the few undefeated teams left in this bracket, so and good on them. As we will be getting these teams in very soon. Again, let's take a look at that lineup, as we have a very stacked schedule. Again, we do have a lot. Again, I'm happy to see actually we have a good amount of predictions for both sides, which is always fun. Meaning that you have some people. Well, Stryker and Nebula are almost certainly going to be the Aidenator be making a showing today. Hey, maybe we'll get to see Aidenator in the chat. Hello, Cobra. We're getting all the Stryker fans in here again. Stryker Nebula, sorry, all the Swordfish fans. Stryker Nebula is, as expected, the underdog, but let's say they have a chance of winning this. So far, again, most of the votes going to Swordfish, as expected. Have not lost yet this season. They're a pretty solid team. I've seen these guys before. They're that good. As Aiden Top Shot with the follow. Thank you, Aiden Top Shot, for the follow. Welcome to Sportiest stream. Putting all the follows in. So happy to see you all again. As yes, so for Swordfish Bebop, they haven't even gone to game 5 yet this season, as Another follow. Oh, one Drolf. Thank you, Drolf, for the follow. Love all the support you guys are giving me again. We're gonna get this match started up very, very soon. Reminder that after this, we have a 1v1 show match coming up, so... Hey, this night just gets more and more interesting, doesn't it? Always love it here on the Sporty stream as everybody is in lobby. We'll give you all a few minutes, like another minute or two to get your votes going, and then we'll move in game as Bebop. Yeah, it's definitely tanking the predictions here. 92%, my goodness. Bebop won. They're voting heavily. Neither side has lower than 1k, but Swordfish Bebop have almost 14k points betted on them. Stryker Nebula a little over 1k betted. So love all the betting we're having here, even for a Nebula side that is heavily predicted to lose this. Even so, see what they can do as prediction pool still going on, but we will start, I think, a slight bit early here. As again, wait the series as I've got this actually. Let me change my screen 1 sec so you can actually see the game. There you go. But here we go. Good luck to both these teams, as we have a best of 5. Swordfish Bebop have never lost. Stryker Nebula, it's their chance to shine. It's their chance to do what they've done once before this season and take down a top tier team. But the odds are stacked against Nebula. They've got a lot to prove, and Swordfish Bebop, well, they might prove that they deserve this undefeated record. Here we go. Game 1, and Swordfish starting off with a very strong roster. Bromank specifically is going to be the character you have to watch out for. What's scary is he's not the only scary player on this team. I've seen this Bebop team enough to tell you that if you keep your eye off of Cobra and Storyteller, you're doing it wrong. You're playing against this team incorrectly. They will beat you. Of course, again, Bromank I think is probably one of the scariest players in the All-Star series, in the All-Star division. What he can do with the ball is quite impressive. What I really am impressed by him is his ability to play well, even if he has to play defensively. And it feels like sometimes for Swordfish he does have to play a kind of a defensive roster role, as you know his teammates try to move up and get the scoring themselves. He's pretty content with that play style. I mean, he is so consistent. He knows he'll get his chances too. And here's one for Bromank, but Dino has to stop there. Jaden stops by Cobra, leaving it towards the midfield. Volk miss off the back wall. Swordfish Bebop still aren't challenging though. It'll be Dino with the clear. Cobra to the corner. Do with one. Cobra trying to get it past the second, but that touch can only go so far. Bromank now. That one gets past Dino. Bromank maybe got bumped away by Volk. Storyteller's chance. Looking in field for Cobra, but that touch is high. And Swordfish Bebop have to try again. But already can see just the pressure that they have. Overwhelming. Suffocating even. And Stryker Nebula haven't even really been able to break out of defense all that much this series. They are getting their chances. Storyteller now holds this one. Volk clears it back. Again, Bebop still searching. Bromank almost faked everybody out there. Everybody from Nebula jumped immediately. That's the scariness of Bromank. He can do whatever he wants, and everybody else has to kind of respect that. As in front of the net, Jaden will prevent Storyteller's shot. Swordfish Bebop. It does feel like they're just testing the waters now. Pun not intended. Or I guess it is intended now, isn't it? Whatever it is, Swordfish Bebop. Just kind of waiting, I feel, for the opportunity. As pinch across. Rolls up and around that ceiling. Bromank first to it. But Dino has control. Challenged by Cobra Warrior. Cobra off the corner. No, that's there. Stryker Nebula failing to get contact. In comes Storyteller, saved by Dino. Bromank's follow-up. Oh, he never got it. Swordfish Bebop with a very good opportunity, but Bromank could not get around the ball. And again, they have to search more. Stryker Nebula. A little bit of fortune. Their defense has held up extremely strong to one of the titans of the All-Star division. Now it's their chance. Jaden, that's a good shot. Saved by Bromank. Ball from Dino. That will find its way through. Stryker Nebula. They hold on to defense. They hold on, even with all the pressure coming against them. And they wait and they attack at the right possible moment. They get Swordfish Bebop jumping. The Swordfish Bebop. With all the weaknesses that we've seen from them, especially at just being able to maybe be a little bit more mean in front of that net. Aiko Nebula has done well to keep them out. Jaden, though, as Cobra. Bit of an overcommit from Swordfish, but they do get back. Albeit in a very awkward double commit, but they do get that ball out. But only for the moment. Volk, sending it back. Cobra. Oh, he's missed! Cobra's missed that one! Oh, the fellow Skyward Series caster here completely missed his touch. And that's a second goal for Nebula. Mistakes like those will cost you. Swordfish Bebop off to an extremely slow start. Stryker Nebula trying to knock him down here. This one left in front. Cobra stopped by Dino. Storyteller now. Volk gets the clear. Bromank, that flick went as far as Dino. Volk trying to get it in field. That one will go wide. It will roll its way down the wall. Storyteller, not faster than Jaden. Dino, redirect, is that on? No, it's not. Follow-up from Volk, that won't go either. Jaden now, that's not on. Swordfish Bebop collapse on it. Albeit in a play that very easily could have gone the wrong way for them. As Storyteller, challenged by Dino. Stryker Nebula just waiting, letting the time do its work. They know they're not going to get a lot of goals. They know they're not going to win by a lot. But you know that if they have a lead, they can definitely force Swordfish Bebop to commit him more heavily to offense. As Cobra. Tap out to Bromank. A redirect. Swordfish Bebop still searching. Final 30 seconds. Still no goals for the Swordfish favorites. A Cobra finds some space past the Bromank. And again, Stryker Nebula catch on to that play so quickly. Cobra doesn't have much time after his attempted pass there to watch as a player challenges it immediately from Stryker. Again, they just get that ball away. Dino wants a third. He's got a third. Swordfish Bebop will have to concede this game. Stryker Nebula setting up incredibly well. And only 4 seconds away from shutting out one of the top teams in the All-Star division. Off the back wall. Stryker is gonna hit it down here. Bromank willing to keep it alive. Trying to get one goal for Bebop, but that won't happen. Will eventually actually stay up. That's an incredible 50-50. Bromank trying to challenge. Volk's hit it away. And credit to these teams are keeping it alive here. But this one will hit the ground eventually. Stryker Nebula take game one. And with how this game has looked, you'd be surprised and maybe a little bit confused to know that Swordfish Bebop are undefeated. It did not look that way, that's for sure. A bit of a slow start, and for a lot of top tier teams, they do start off slow, but that one felt uncannily slow. At the start of the game, you could kind of chalk it up to maybe them trying to learn. But as time went by, you really started to ask, and I started especially asking myself, if Swordfish Bebop were really awake? It didn't feel like they were. It felt like they kind of were just waiting, and waiting too much. And again, Stryker Nebula, I mean, they will definitely attack you, even as one of the teams that isn't doing as well. You just can't wait on them to do what they want to do. Stryker Nebula off to an incredible start. Swordfish Bebop have conceded games before to other teams in their run, but again, they've never gone to game 5. We'll see if maybe Stryker Nebula can force them to have to potentially make that happen. As we move into game 2, I don't think we're going to be seeing any changes. No, we will not. It will be the same roster as last time from this Stryker Nebula team as well. Both these teams confident in what they can do. And now, game 2 is up next. Swordfish Bebop off to a start that could be compared to being quite lethargic, quite unimpressive. And now against Stryker Nebula, a team that is finding themselves with more and more confidence every goal they get. They need for Swordfish, they need to get that confidence going for them. They need to get themselves off to a start here in this series. Stryker Nebula Given, you know, they have been playing pretty good defense, but you do feel like for Swordfish Bebop, with the amount of pressure that they can get on this team, to not score is quite a negative for Swordfish. And Stryker, gonna go the other way. Volk, dribble, stopped by Bromek. Now he gets through Jaden. Dino doesn't get the pinch. Volk's last one back. Does have the clear here for Stryker Nebula. Now just trying to get that touch past Bromek in the corner. Dino, inch around the goal. Stryker Nebula. Waiting as that flick from Stryker. That's an incredible pass to Bromek. Quite sneaky as well, but Stryker Nebula, even that doesn't fool them. As they continue to try to maybe put some plays near that net, although this one straight to Bromek. That dribble is less than advisable in that situation, especially with how much space he had. He could have done a little better than they just hit it up like that. As Volk. Just in front of the nets here. Dino. Run one with Bromek. Bromek's run out of boost. Volk now. That's a good shot. That's a back post play. Stryker Nebula. Off to an incredible start once again. The roller. The shot. It's beautiful from Volk across his own shoulder. Stryker Nebula. Putting in the battle here. Does Swordfish Bebop have a goal, have a response? Maybe they do. That's a miss from Jaden. Bromek will do it. Jaden, what happened back here? He didn't ever got bumped. I don't know what he was doing there. To be very honest, one of those plays where even as an analyst, I cannot tell you what he did there, what he was thinking. A huge miss from Jaden. And Swordfish Bebop get themselves on the board for the first time this series. But Jaden, has he just gone the way back? Yes, he has! Oh, that's an incredible response from Jaden. He made the mistake to give up the goal, but now he makes the play to get it right back for Stryker. It's Jaden who finds himself all the way down. Stryker, Nebula, and these players do not quit. Swordfish Bebop. Still, it just doesn't feel like the Swordfish Bebop that we know. While they have never been on the stream before, I've seen this team. I know what they can do. Actually, we have seen this team on the stream once before. In the LDC qualifiers, we saw this team. Other than that event, I haven't seen much, but everybody knew this team coming into the season was going to be good. Maybe the pressure's trying to get to them here, because for Stryker Nebula, they aren't under that same kind of pressure. Well, sure, though, they aren't inside a playoff spot right now. There still is less pressure on them than there is for Bebop. Bebop, a lot of teams are expecting them to do a perfect season. If they can't get the perfect season, I'll be considered them playing weaker than getting a weaker result than what was expected, or underperforming, I guess. Like Nebula. I mean, they're doing well at really putting the punch here to Bebop, and that's amazing! Jaden's done it again! 2 goals for Jaden on 2 shots. Stryker Nebula. Man, are they the 4-0 team? I mean, when I last checked the record, they're 1-3, but someone's gotta tell me, are they the 4-0 team? They're playing like it, that's for sure. Absolutely incredible from Stryker Nebula. Jaden specifically, he's got the last 2 goals for this team, giving them quite an extensive lead here. As off the sidewall, Volk, no shot given. Bromek down the field, Dino into his corner. Stryker Nebula, get to play defense. Cobra, that touch does go wide. I mean, I remember when I mentioned Bebop had all these weapons on offense. Well, I haven't really seen any of them being used just yet. The only player to score is Bromek. We haven't seen Cobra. We haven't seen Storyteller. And now, with time starting to dwindle here, they have to show up. In this game, they really don't want to have to force themselves to make a reverse sweep. We've seen undefeated teams do it before, where they go down early in a series, only to come right back up. Swordfish Bebop don't want to be one of those teams, and well, they might have to be in that situation if they can't stop it. Volk, off the back wall. In front, Jaden got flipped up by Storyteller. Doing anything he can to keep that player away from this shot. As bounce in front for Bromank. That will be 2 for Bromank, the captain of Swordfish Bebop. 50-50, that goes completely lopsided for Stryker Nebula, and what really hurts there is that bounce off the ceiling. Volk was expecting it to kind of glide across the net, and instead, he saw it as it just shot right in front of the net. An easy play for Bromank to finish up on. Stryker Nebula, not out of the woods just yet. They still have about a minute to go here in this game. Swordfish Bebop will do anything they can to come back, but it's a good play in front. Cobra's got the clear. Volk, ooh, he wasn't really paying attention to the storyteller there. Stryker Nebula can't get a bit too confident and comfortable with their positioning. This Bebop team still is threatening. As Bromank, left in front. Jaden's got the save. Cobra now. Can he shoot it down? Yes, he can, but Volk's got the save, and Jaden will send it all the way down the field. Swordfish Bebop have to restart from square one. Storyteller, though. Oh, he's gone around everybody, I think. Jaden still returns back to defense, but even he doesn't get that touch. Stryker Nebula still holding on by a thread. 10 seconds left now. Swordfish Bebop in a situation that is completely unexpected. Dino clears. Now just wants to hit the ground. It will. Stryker Nebula up 2-0 in the series. Could we see an incredible upset here? Stryker Nebula are now only 1 game away from doing it, from taking it down what was considered one of the best teams of the All-Star Division. Seriously, I am incredibly stunned. The series still isn't over. We've seen undefeated teams have difficulties before. I mean, again, just recently on the stream, we saw one of the top teams in Challenger 2v2s winning for Dakota have to make a reverse sweep. They were able to do it, but you don't want to ever be in that situation. Now for Swordfish, it looks like they don't want any changes either. They want to go right back into it. And with all that's been happening, Swordfish Bebop still just don't feel like they have the edge. They are getting better though, and that definitely should be a little scary for Stryker Nebula. Even so, Nebula, I mean, if they're gonna if they can keep it close next game, they could definitely take this series. We'll see what happens. Game 3. This is when things have to turn around here for Swordfish Bebop. Reverse sweep now necessary. They have to do what they have not had to worry about at all this season so far. That is go to Game 5. They have to start off well. That's already not a great start. Cobra could have scored that. Stryker Nebula get it clear. Volk now. Gonna get the dunk on Bromank. Jaden. Early jump here for the Nebula defender. Might have not been the right decision. Swordfish Bebop are staying very grounded. Stryker Nebula, again, they can't get too confident. Swordfish Bebop can definitely take this series away. They could definitely make that reverse sweep happen. It's definitely not unlikely for a team of their caliber to do that. Stryker Nebula still have to treat every game as if as its own separate game. They have to treat it as if the series is one that can be turned at any moment. The series will not be over for Nebula until they can get that third game. As Volk blocked here. Stryker Nebula moving back quickly. Storyteller looking for Cobra. Doink play, but while that shot was powerful, it was wide. And Stryker Nebula again get the ball out. Bromank. It's a good shot there. That's off the bar. I can't believe Jaden read that. That one was supposed to go in. It definitely had the ability to do so. And yet he somehow was able to keep it out with an incredible read off his own defensive backboard. Stryker Nebula, I mean, these reads they're making seem absolutely elite. Still no shots now. Here comes their first. That's a really good play. Oh, that's perfect placement from Jaden. And once again, Stryker Nebula strike first. They are trying to take down Bebop bit by bit, brick by brick. Oh my goodness. Perfect placement. Stryker Nebula already off to the bases. But they need more. 1 goal surely won't do it all for them. And I think they will at least need 3 goals to take down Bebop this game. Feeling that is, well, they can get 1 goal on this team. I don't know if they'll get 3, but we'll see if they can. as Jaden. Shot down the field, Storyteller. Kind of caught there. Jaden trying to get past Bromag. That shot can not get through, and Swordfish Bebop now can go the other way, and you can already see he's trying to go for the bump attempts. Trying to do something new here to maybe try to catch Stryker Nebula on defense, but that's a good play from Volk. Everybody committed off the back wall. He's missed. Dino shot saved by Storyteller. In comes Jaden. Back wall. Second. Fake. Looking down for Dino. Stryker Nebula now with a double commit. And their offense will wilter from that. A Dane bump. Dino. Swordfish double commits. Players colliding all over the place. Jaden can maybe try to add a little bit of peace to this one as that one gets clear. Storyteller, Roller, Dino never read it. Bebop never put it on. Stryker Nebula breathed a sigh of relief. But again, I told you, it's going to take them a couple goals if they're going to secure this game, that's for sure. A 1-0 probably isn't going to last very long against Swordfish Bebop. Volk off his own back wall. Cobra doesn't read it. Jaden's got the clear. Stryker Nebula. They are not letting go. Dino off the sidewall, looking in front for Volk. Cleared by Cobra. Dino keeping it alive for Stryker Nebula. That's a great dribble from Dino. He won't have that last touch. And Jaden's overcommitted. Oh, but he does jump back to it. He made it look really easy. He was in a bad position. Stryker Nebula, somehow they're keeping this lead. Albeit it's only one goal. Dino, can he make it two? Light shot in front. Volk wanted the bump, but nobody was there. Swordfish Bebop come back, but Volk ceiling! Oh! Volk from sky high! Stryker Nebula! Their hopes are being lifted! Their hopes! Man, it's been a series of hope for them. And Stryker Nebula not slowing down. Cobra, back wall, Dino trying to keep it wide, Volk jumping, Storyteller, Dino still challenging, Volk gets it clear. Swordfish Bebop running out of time. 1 minute on the clock. Stryker Nebula have a chance to do the unthinkable. Off the corner. Jaden doesn't read it. Cobra misses it. In comes Storyteller. Light shot off the bar. In front! It goes in for Storyteller. Swordfish Bebop. Fight not done yet. There's still time for them. "40 seconds and counting. Stryker Nebula just need to hold that one goal. And just like that already. 30 seconds and counting. Stryker Nebula still up by one. Swordfish infield. Cobra couldn't beat Dino. Bromag now. Quick one. Jaden gets the save. 20 seconds. Swordfish doing everything they can to keep their undefeated season alive. To stay as one of the front runners. Stryker Nebula gonna shut them down here. Swordfish on offense. Bromag shot. 10 seconds left. Stryker Nebula just need to hold on a little bit longer. Cobra off the corner. In front. Time has expired. Stryker Nebula have done the unthinkable. No one could have imagined it. No one could have seen it coming. Stryker Nebula are the first team to take down Swordfish Bebop. And what a team as well. A 1-3 record. They come in and they never looked back. Nothing left behind. An exhausting series for Stryker Nebula, but they get the work done. Swordfish Bebop sent packing. Their first loss of the season. And my goodness, what a surprise it is. To lose to a team like this, no one saw it coming. I definitely didn't see it coming. Stryker Nebula does what no team has done before. They win With all the pressure against them, with no one expecting them to do it, they prove themselves. Stryker Nebula sweeps one of the few undefeated teams in the All-Star League. Really, nothing short of incredible from Stryker. A Fio sweep when it was never expected. Wow. I'm in complete shock. That is an incredible match from Stryker Nebula. To be able to do that, I am completely stunned. As someone who's seen this Bebop team, to see a team do so well, that is incredibly impressive. What a series. Seriously, what a series. Shocker. I don't think anybody in their wildest dreams could have expected that to happen. There's no way you could have. Coming in 4-0 and leaving with the loss, this is one of the biggest mismatches I've had in this Skyward series for a long time. And to see it go Stryker Nebula's way just absolutely surprises me. What a result. Stryker Nebula do win. They take the series here. And they sweep Swordfish Bebop. Of course, though, we have more matches coming up, and we have a lot of people who actually send support. Thank you, Dino and Jaden, for the bits. Thank you for the cheers. It means a lot. And Butterman with the follow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Again, reminder, we have more action to come. Our next match is a 1v1 between BoltiniRome and Aiko Wusky. It's going to be a fun one, a 1v1 best of 5. I'm still shocked, though. How did Stryker Nebula win that? Seriously, nothing short of incredible. What we just saw here on the field. An upset for the ages. We haven't seen an upset like that for a very long time. Again, congratulations, Stryker Nebula. That is incredible. That is impressive. But of course, again, reminder, the action still continues on the stream. We still have, again, those two matches coming up. Next up, Aiko Wusky and BoltiniRome. Following that will be Team Gambit and Knights of Chaos Strikers Gold. Never that's the underdogs. I won't do that again. I definitely... I knew they had a chance. I mean, they've beaten Merc, which was also an undefeated team. They have the ability to really, it seems like, pop off against some of these really tough opponents. Against Swordfish Bebop, come on. I did not expect that to happen. What a series. As, my goodness. What a series. Stryker Nebula wins this one. I'm still in complete shock, and while we are all in complete shock, we'll be going to an intermission. We'll be back soon, don't worry. Again, what a match. We'll be back very, very soon. Reminder, our next series will be a 1v1 BoltiniRome, taking on Aiko Wusky. 2 players, run Stryker, yeah. Willing to battle in a 1v1, why not? As again, we'll be back very, very soon. We'll go to a quick intermission. We'll be back with this 1v1. Again, everybody, I will still be here, though. If you want to message me, of course, feel free to do so. But again, what a series. That was incredible. Hello everyone out there. Actually, I will say, quick moment. I actually made a mistake here on the time clock. We actually have about 10 minutes left here before we actually do, before I'll be live again. My apologies on that. My bad. On me. We have more like 10 minutes left. So again, I'm gonna reset my clock real quick. We'll be back soon again. Sorry about that, everybody. Team Evo with a raid of 8. Thank you, Team Evo. How was your stream tonight? Hopefully you're doing well. We're just about ready to have a 1v1 show match on the stream. Hopefully all of you are doing well. Thank you for the raid. Hello everybody, welcome back. Sorry about the slight delay there, but we are back here on the Spotia stream. Hopefully everybody is doing well. If you guys weren't here, we just came back from an incredible series. We got to see, that is the wrong one. That's our lineup actually for our next series. We just got to see Stryker Nebula sweep Swordfish Bebop. Swordfish Bebop coming in 4-0. Stryker Nebula 1-3. And Stryker Nebula with an incredible upset. Before that, we saw 135 Black to beat Unknown Esports 3-1, and the Blue Boys take down ISG Juice 3-2. Now, we have a 1v1 going up. BoltiniRome, Aiko, Wusky, two players on the same team. Stryker, yeah, we've seen that team compete before. On this stream, we'll be seeing these two players play in a 1v1. For fun 1v1, I believe. Yeah, for fun. There's nothing on the line here for these players. Of course, you can't help but, But of course, they want a win. And of course, I am happy to see who will win that one. Again, Both of them, I think, are going to be ready in just a few minutes, so we're going to probably start, we're probably going to have the series start like maybe a minute or two earlier than what was expected. Perfectly fine, as again our prediction poll is now racking up here in BoltiniRome, Aiko, Wusky. Two very strong players. They're both about the same rank. They both aren't super 1v1 strong, but they are very mechanical, meaning that they should have a pretty good strength on that. Again, we are going to get to them, and I know both of them are not very confident about this series, so already doesn't help them a lot, but I haven't seen these players before. They're both quite mechanical, and Boltini specifically has a really strong ground game. Aiko is more aerial-based, so I think we'll be seeing her do more of that, but again, this should be a pretty close matchup. I think it's going to be decently close, but we will have to see. And both these players strong. BoltiniRome is on a 2v2 team. Aiko is not on a 2v2 team. Really an interesting statistic, because Boltini is on that team. It's winning for Dakota. Actually, that's what the logo is for. Down there, it's winning for Dakota. As, again, we'll be getting them in. And Aiko is one of the players, again, that was on Fluffy Striker's back last time they played twos. Again, pretty interesting statistics, I would say. As a reminder, again, this is a best of 5, I believe. Everybody's in the lobby? Yeah, everybody's in. For this one, we're gonna get this thing started early. Wouldn't mind seeing some of the replays. There we go again. We'll start early here. People will jump in during the series again. We look to both these players. BoltiniRome will be on the blue. Aiko, Wusky will be on the orange. Teammates! But now they are going to go against each other as some gifted subs coming in. Halifax giving out 10 gifted subs. Thank you, Halifax D&D. If you were gifted a sub by Halifax, make sure you tell him thank you. Make sure to tell him again, and I'll say to you, thank you, Halifax, for those gifted subs. It means so much. It really does. And again, thank you so much for supporting the stream. You are incredible, Halifax. How has your night been so far? As and we are starting this 1v1 Aiko. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! That's not a. Oh, that's a great start for Aiko. Is this a triple fake? That's one. Ah, it's two. Oh, double fake. Oh, that's nasty. What a start for Aiko, Wusky. Already quite the beginning here. As now Aiko wanting a second, challenged though by Boltini. Aiko again, more aerial based in her approach to the game, at least compared to Boltini. Boltini, super grounded player. She also has a 2v2 experience. Boltini, at least from what I know recently, she can definitely handle herself on her own. As Aiko did overshoot that one, Boltini. Dribble, flick, is that gonna be another one? No, it won't be. Boltini's hit it wide, and Aiko gets the clear as should be number 2 for Aiko, Wusky. It will be. And Halifax giving out another sub. Thank you, Halifax. That's 11 gifted. Again, if you were gifted a sub by Halifax, make sure you tell him thank you. Halifax, how's your night been? Again, so nice to see you in, man. Again, thank you so much for the gifted subs. I know the community will appreciate that. And I appreciate it too. Thank you very much, Halifax. I can't thank you enough for that. Means so much as and on this 1v1 Aiko. Leading by 2 goals. I think though is again these players aren't super 1v1 knowledgeable. I have a feeling that maybe lack of 1v1 knowledge could definitely hurt them here as Aiko. That's a free third goal, although she will wait. I don't think she wants to score that. Some sympathy here for her teammates. Not usually seen in 1v1s, but again, these players are not very 1v1 confident players, so realistically, I don't think we're going to be seeing a ton of goals. As Boltini now on low boost. She's got to pick up some pads here to get around Aiko. Does have the dribble, but I don't see Boltini do a lot of is flicking. The shooting though can pack some powers. That's a good near angle shot. Aiko's got the save. And now it looks like they're going for more like a freestyle competition. I mean, whatever works. It is just a 1v1 show match, so absolutely anything can work here as Aiko trying to make it free. Jumping up early. Boltini's got a good block on it though. Early jump for Boltini. And Aiko still in full control. Only 2 goals has been scored though. A low scoring 1v1. Again, I expect it to be quite low scoring when it's between 2 players who don't have experience in 1v1s. A lot of times in 1v1s we'll see high scoring games. It's usually because of the players know what they're doing. They played 1v1s before. Is Boltini? Oh dear, Boltini. She's having a rough game, isn't she? Here's another chance. That one still open across the net. Boltini will get her first of the game. Took a little while to get there, but now she's on the board. And again, with how little these players are scoring, for Boltini, she's already only 1 away from tying up with Aiko Wusky. Just came to see Showmatch. Thank you, Halifax. Hey, I appreciate it. This is a fun 1v1 Showmatch. I know about these players pretty well. I've cast these players, even last season I actually cast these players before they were on the same team together. I got to know them decently well. Boltini was on playing for Dakota, a strong 2v2 roster. Aiko Wusky was on Blue Strikers, a 2v2 and a 3v roster. In fact, these two played each other at the end of the season, I believe. Winning for Dakota, not winning, playing for Dakota won that. Aiko. Dribble me. In fact, actually, Aiko's been more confident in these dribble plays than Boltini, which is definitely surprising to me with how strong Boltini's ground game is. But Aiko, she does have some pretty strong mechanics, so I mean, I guess you can't keep her out from dribbling. Is that clear? Goes some distance. Boltini's still tracking it, but Aiko Wusky trying to keep it away. Boltini now. Interesting backwards defense there. Half flip. Maybe she didn't get recovered though. Aiko didn't put it on. BoltiniRome. Maybe another chance for her. Aiko waiting. 50-50 does end up hitting that corner. Still Boltini jumping early. Aiko's got the touch though. She can keep it out as, again, this game extremely low scoring for a 1v1. One really looking better than the other. Aiko did have that early start though, and that's why she's in the lead. As now, like, interesting flick. She's actually double jumped as well. Boltini with an open net. Just needs to put it all the way in, and she does have to dribble, just needs to direct it to the net. Aiko, what a save! Got back in time. And she keeps it out. Boltini, gonna have to try a different way. As Boltini off the ceiling. With the pinch, Aiko able to keep up with it. And maintain her lead. As Boltini gets around Aiko there. Aiko went for an aggressive challenge. She's only up by 1. That's a huge mistake from Aiko Wusky. BoltiniRome ties it up with only 27 seconds remaining. And for Aiko there, her challenge was just so delayed. She second-guessed herself so many times. And ultimately, she gave it up here to Boltini. As now, time it. The next goal might be just the one to win it. That's how low scoring it's been. As Aiko off the ceiling reset. Interesting display mechanics, although realistically, you probably shouldn't be using all that boost just for that kind of a play alone. Didn't even strike the net on that one as Boltini trying to fake out Aiko. It's a good shot. Aiko's backing up. What a save on her own back foot. Now back the other way goes Aiko. Her touch is weak. It's rolling. It's rolling. It's hit and it hit the ground. Aiko Wusky nearly stole this one. We will go to overtime in game 1. And now Aiko. What a strange kickoff that is. 3 seconds in. BoltiniRome forgot to do the kickoff. Do you want to try to delay it? Ultimately though, she jumped up to Aiko, dunked her out of her mind. And it is Aiko Wusky who takes game 1. And what they have quoted as the worst 1v1 I'll ever see. I promise this is a good 1v1. It's exciting. I love low scoring 1v1s. Because they're quick, but they're also just really intense. Game 1 will start with Aiko Wusky taking it. Both these players gonna get right back in the action. Game 2, Aiko Wusky trying to add more to her lead. As I'm seeing a lot of other players on the team. Hello there, Coach Lag. Hello, Mari. Welcome in. I'm wondering if Masha's here or if she's fallen asleep. Just gonna get the whole team on this wing. We gotta get Spectre too. Gotta get the whole Stryker team to watch this one. As Aiko trying to get the early start. That touch though only kept wide. Aiko using a lot of boost on these air dribble plays, and that's her biggest issue. Is that Aiko's such a heavy solo play user, and it becomes kind of her problem. as, you know, an overcommit. And while I appreciate going for those kind of plays, I love to see it. In a 1v1, it definitely can be painful, and it definitely can cost you if you don't run on a strong enough play. There's Boltini. No shot coming. Aiko. Willing to tie it back up. 50 with Boltini. Get to the corner. Still searching. Here's Aiko. Boltini. Does she reach to this one? Yes, she does. Aiko, again, a bit hesitant to jump for some of these. And in one of ones specifically, you can't be hesitant to jump for aerial plays, because people are going to be faster than you if you let them have the opportunity to be so. Jumping is Boltini. Good block, but no boost left. And while she will keep challenging, you won't be able to challenge forever. She'll have to give up on the play at some point. Aiko. Now it's her chance to maybe make a mark. Dribble. Waiting. Aiko. One-on-one. Might have bump on BoltiniRome, but still, the shot isn't on. Does feel like both these two are just waiting for the chance where someone puts a good shot on target. Boltini. And dribble out Aiko here. Aiko. Oh, immediately recovers. And here comes another Aiko solo play. She's gone for them before. What's she gonna do here? Oh, a fake! That didn't work either. BoltiniRome read it. And Aiko will keep it away from her. It's dangerously in front of the net. Aiko knows that Boltini won't challenge. Now, right time to attack. Dribble. Boltini went all in on that challenge. Aiko, can you dribble it in? Open net in front. Yes, she can. Aiko, Wusky attacks back. Again, it's all about patience. It feels like the series is heavily relies on patience. But it does work for Aiko. Is off the back wall. Aiko keeps it close. Now BoltiniRome has to be careful because Aiko down the other way. 50-50. Good job on Aiko to actually get that 50-50. To slow Boltini down a little bit. Allows her to get back in time. That's how you do solo plays correctly. You force your defender to commit. Still the pressure mounting. As Boltini. Ooh, misses this one. Aiko with some space, maybe. Gonna get the fake on Boltini, but Boltini won't bite that one. She will bite this one, though. Aiko doesn't recover, and now Boltini taking the side boost. Does have to give up a slight bit of a lead here, though, as Aiko can get it back. Double. Boltini stops it. Flick from Aiko. Again, Aiko definitely seems like the person who's just trying to pave ahead more. She just feels more confident in her overall playstyle, albeit it is so close that it's hard to tell. As Boltini, that's going to be her lead again. Boltini takes the lead back. It does just fall in here for her. If it works, it works. He won't complain as... Again, the last time these two actually ever played against each other was May 10th, 2022. Have a fun little rematch. Again, that was the last time these two actually played against each other. They have played against each other on this stream. As in front. Aiko. Get the clear past Boltini. Boltini. Ooh, doesn't want to... Don't put it too close to your own nets, BoltiniRome. Maybe not the right thing to do to own goal, as now Aiko trying to get over. So though, Boltini, credit to all these players, they've been able to keep it close, they've been able to keep their defenses without making too many mistakes. As Boltini having to race all the way back, Aiko still pushing. That will go wide, BoltiniRome has to collect. Aiko chasing after Boltini here. This one, maybe another dribble opportunity. Boltini still challenging though. Not gonna let Aiko get through that easily. Aiko with another bump attempt. She does run out of boost here, and they'll make her pressure. Little tougher, although Boltini's given her the mid boost for free in that play. And now this could maybe create an opportunity for Aiko Wusky. Here she comes off the back wall. Boltini waiting, challenge. Does go wide. Aiko still searching for what would be her second goal of the game. Didn't get off to the best lead in this series, in this game, and it's kind of showing. It's still kept so close as that one on the field. Boltini. Ooh, maybe didn't read it correctly. She does get the dunk though. Aiko got a little desperate to shoot that, and Boltini will now have a 2-goal lead. And that one might have just secured this game for Boltini. Again, with how low scoring it has been, Boltini might have been able to win it there with that one, but we'll see about it as Aiko still 27 seconds of him. It is a 1v1. Anything can happen in a 1v1. Boltini to attack back as Aiko challenged. That's a 4th goal for Boltini. Aiko Wusky not paying attention. And for Boltini, the confidence now. She's in such a good position that she has no problem at challenging up that high. Aiko Wusky left the ball away from her. As Zeon with a rate of 6. How you doing, Zeon? Thank you. I know you're streaming some 1v1s. We're streaming some 1v1s. This one between 2 teammates. BoltiniRome, Aiko Wusky, both teammates on Stryker, yeah. It will be a tie series here as BoltiniRome is able to just kind of get a couple goals at the end of this game and really take it away. Again, it feels like that's what these games are going to be decided by. Those short bursts of energy. You kind of come back, prove what you are made of. Now we move on to game 3. This is a series that could actually go the distance. It definitely seems like that could be doing that way. Again, these players aren't scoring a lot. They're not 1v1 experts. But they are mechanical, and so this is going to be a really good test of their mechanics. And what's interesting to me especially is how heavy they are on dribbling. I knew Boltini was going to do it. She's not a very aerial type player. But Aiko is a bit more of a surprise. She's much more aerial focused. Even in this series, she's still more aerial focused, but she's gone for a lot more dribbles than what I would expect. Is now another dribble from Aiko. Again, she's just trying to pull Boltini in. Seems like her only strategy to beat her here is just see if Boltini will challenge and then try to just dribble the ball around her as Boltini just challenges again and again. Aiko Wusky got caught lollygagging upfield. Is that one there? You just don't want to challenge that ball if you're Aiko. You are the only player back. And for Aiko Wusky, one of her biggest issues is just how confident she's been. She's kind of gotten a bit overconfident at times. Showing Boltini when it probably shouldn't be. That's that flick. Again, just gonna go straight through there in favor of Boltini as Aiko does get around her. Boltini never had momentum. Aiko Wusky ties it up at 1. And again, her job is just trying to see if she can get Boltini to commit something and get the ball around her. Oh, thanks, Boltini. I'm gonna need you to ready up faster. How dare you? How dare you, Boltini? As Boltini will have the lead. Boltini's roasting me in chat, in the text chat. How dare you? As Boltini will actually have the lead here. What she's doing so well, again, she's really winning the 50-50 game. That's something I think Boltini will always seem to win, is those 50-50s. Again, as a 2v2 player, you gotta be pretty good at those kind of challenges. Yeah, she's definitely the strongest 2v2 player on the team. She's the only one on a 2v2 team at this point. Oh, actually, no, she's not. Masha is, but so Masha's actually her sub, which is interesting to think about. But yeah, Boltini starts on the winning for Dakota team. That is, I mean, they haven't lost yet this season. Aiko, while she does have a lot of 2's experience, it's not. It's a lot of it's aerial based. Not usually the same kind of plays that you go for 1s, especially at this rank level. Reminder, both these players in freeze are around that champ 2 rank. 1s, I actually don't know what their ranks are. They don't play 1s that much, but if I had to make a guess, it seems like they might be around like Diamond 1 level. That'd be my best guess. As Aiko lobs it, Boltini with the block. Aiko still on it here as the dribble. Oh, what a flick from Aiko! Oh, that's an amazing backflip flick. To get over BoltiniRome, trying something new, Aiko Wusky. And it does work as that flick went to the moon. And then went back down in front of the net. A great play from Aiko Wusky to tie this thing up. We still have, this series. Aiko. Off the corner. Challenged. Still trying to go for it. Aiko Wusky. Off the ceiling. And Aiko again. She is, I think, mechanically stronger. Again, in the air, she's mechanically stronger. In the ground, she is not. That's what kind of this game is about. Does it go to aerial based? Does it go to ground based? And more specifically, if it does go to air based, does Aiko Wusky win that air battle? That's been a question of whether Aiko Wusky can get those solo plays to work for her. Is now a bad challenge from Aiko. Boltini, open net, and she won't miss. BoltiniRome. Again, the ground game of BoltiniRome really finding a lot of success here. Spectre, no, I'm not going to say mechanically challenged. Neither of them are mechanically challenged when it comes to this game. Both of them are super mechanical. As Boltini, is that why? Yeah, it is, but you can only see her still attacking. And for Aiko, she's got to be able to find something new to kind of attack here. Well, that's a good way to do it. Get the flick, get the shot, and then miss the nets. Oh, that's an unfortunate play from Aiko. She did so well to get the dribble downfield. And she did well to keep the ball on her car. And her flick just wasn't good enough. But that's going to pop in. Aiko Wusky ties it up at 3. And Aiko Wusky still in it. She's not going to give up. I mean, credit to her. That is a strong performance. As Aiko Wusky. I don't think she's had the lead yet this game. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think she's had the lead yet. Or at the very least, it hasn't felt like she's really had all that much control, but that's a great pinch. Well, now she'll have the lead, 4-3. I can't believe she got that off the back wall. As this one just kind of pinches off, and then she falls right back up on it. Aiko Wusky using her mechanics to great effect, being able to recover so beautifully onto that one. She's able to essentially allow BoltiniRome's challenge to go against her. There's now another challenge, 50-50 on the kickoff. Aiko, that 5. No, it's not. It's BoltiniRome. I'll have to get this one away. Low boost for Boltini. Aiko, shooting, going right through. BoltiniRome gave up a little too much on that play when she hit it up to her own back wall. As soon as that happened, Aiko very easily could guess that Boltini had little to no boost. In fact, Boltini only had 3. And Aiko, at that point, you can challenge whenever you want to. As Boltini, challenged by Aiko. Be looking for a 6th. Aiko waiting. Ooh, but got a little antsy, Aiko. Definitely a lot more jumpy. BoltiniRome, again, way more ground. If we were to see a map of how often these players are in the air and for how long they are, Aiko would obviously be the one who's playing a little higher up. As Boltini, again, it's all about the 50-50s for BoltiniRome. I mean, for all these players, it feels it's one-dimensional, but it works. It's 50-50s, the challenges. So what they're kind of focusing on is how you get around the Aiko. It's all about the mechanics. For Boltini, it's all about the 50-50s for the most part. Sometimes they mix in a little bit with the other. This one, definitely the highest scoring game so far, as 9 goals combined. And again, reminder, it is game 3. This one, whoever wins takes match point as BoltiniRome challenges Aiko. Never went for it, and it's down the field. BoltiniRome ties it up at 5. And Aiko Wusky, I don't know if he just didn't didn't think that Boltini would ever challenge on that, so just wanted to see if she could line up her shot. But whatever it is, she took too much time. BoltiniRome caught her. And that will go in. It's right off the kickoff. Aiko. Can she put it in? Yes. And that's kind of how these games are decided. Sometimes they're decided straight from kickoff goals. And now both these players feeling a lot more comfortable just to put whatever they want on target and see if it goes in. Aiko Wusky again in the lead. BoltiniRome, though, she still has a couple tricks up her sleeve, as any good player does, especially when you want to see him again, like waiting for the go-to, who has had to face so much adversity. They have a couple plays that kind of be or go-to, as that's a good touch from Boltini. Not on target, but Aiko Wusky is forced to go back towards it. Boltini on full boost. Oh, watch as Aiko completely missed this one. Still full boost, Boltini. Aiko, ooh, challenges the wrong way. Off the back wall, Boltini jumping. That shot's not on. Aiko Wusky. And she'll take that one for free. 7-5 now. BoltiniRome went for that aerial play. Not one that she looks very comfortable going for, but again, she knew that time was starting to become an issue, although I actually panicked a little too early there. You're only down by 1. You have all, and you still have over 30 seconds left. Going for plays that you're not comfortable in may not be necessary. But we'll see. Right off the kickoff. That will be 6. Kickoff goals galore this game. Like a reminder, in our first couple games, we barely ever had more than 5 goals in a game. Now this one, we have 13 altogether. Players starting to increase the scoring. Boltini, another kickoff win. Flick, Boltini, no way! Yo, she's put it in! BoltiniRome evens up the scoreline again. You can never keep a mother down, can you? They always bounce back up. And they're going wild as well on the offense. And usually at this point, I would say next goal might be the one that wins it, but honestly, probably not anymore with 14 goals combined. Boltini trying to get the dunk on Aiko. Let's get it, but is still waiting here for what might be an Aiko Wusky clear. Aiko controls it. Final seconds, maybe the last chance of the game for Aiko. Dribble, trying to go for the back post. Boltini with the block. Kept up, will we go to overtime again? Aiko willing to keep this ball alive, although I don't know if that's the right decision. Well, no matter what, it will finally hit the ground. And for the second time this series, we are going to overtime. Game 1 ended with a 3-second OT, with Aiko Wusky taking it right off the kickoff. Now this game, we will take it here for match points. Aiko, low boost, dribble, BoltiniRome with the stop, full boost for Boltini, trying to jump into it. Aiko gets in the way just enough, but still no boost for her. Means that BoltiniRome had to go back, but oh, she didn't actually heed that warning very well. She will take all the boost though. And she'll go again. Boost starving Aiko Wusky. There's Aiko. No panic. Pop it up. BoltiniRome again stealing all the boost there. And Aiko on nothing. Boltini. Like midfield. Still for BoltiniRome, but she's not really getting any shots out of this play. Now's her chance. A dribble. Boltini wants to put it in. It does go high. Aiko Wusky will breathe a sigh of relief on that one. There's now Boltini with a fake challenge. Aiko still pushing. Boltini has to watch out. Here comes a shot, but that one stays away from the net as well. Comes from Aiko Wusky. A lot of tension here as we've now passed a minute of overtime here in 1v1s. Very rare that an overtime ever lasts this long. As now Aiko, maybe an open net to put it in. Her touch is wide. Follow-up won't ever come. BoltiniRome saves it away. And again, they have to reset. Boltini. I mean, you could feel the tension here between these players. No one wanting to lose this game. As Aiko, saved by Boltini. Rolls up that wall. As Aiko Wusky. Dribble. BoltiniRome. Again, another big challenge. This has been one of the longest. This is a long overtime, hasn't it? Been for a 1v1 specifically. Aiko. Maybe she can put it in. This should be it. This should end the game. But she's missed her shot. Aiko Wusky started celebrating before the goal line. Oh, she better hope that doesn't bite her later on, because BoltiniRome will most definitely try to make sure that she pays for it. Again, the boost being a priority here for Boltini, but Aiko being good to conserve it. Gets around her. That touch, though, still wide. Just one shot on target could be what the difference maker is in this game. We haven't seen enough shots as both these players not trying to take too many risks, getting too close to that net and overcommitting. Aiko now. Here comes one. BoltiniRome with a block. Aiko still recovers. And now another one. This one off the back wall. Boltini reads it. Aiko can't put it on. Mind, this is just game 3. We still have at least one more game to go in this series. As BoltiniRome and Aiko Wusky still can't decide who wants it. Boltini. Challenged by Aiko Wusky. This one, midfield for Aiko. This time, she won't celebrate. She'll just take her goal. Almost 3 entire minutes of overtime. And Aiko Wusky does win it. A long overtime, almost 3 minutes without anybody scoring. But Aiko Wusky does take it, and that's going to be a huge confidence blow to BoltiniRome. As we're going into Game 4 here. As we are going into, again, BoltiniRome, again, a huge confidence blow after such a long overtime ending that way. As everybody is in, I thought for a second somebody just left, but we are in Game 4. We'll see if Aiko Wusky can win the series here, or BoltiniRome forces Game 5. And actually really exciting for... despite what the players maybe are thinking, this is an exciting series as Aiko. No way! Ho ho ho! Oh, that's incredible from Aiko Wusky! Oh, this series is insane! My goodness, how did she get around that one? Oh, that's incredible from Aiko Wusky! What a way to get yourself on the board to start off Game 4. From the corner, no less, Aiko Wusky puts one right through BoltiniRome, and now here comes a chance for two. Aiko will let it roll. 2 goals for Aiko Wusky. Again, maybe a high-scoring 1v1 match coming our way. As that will roll all the way in. Aiko Wusky up by 2. Now it's really up to BoltiniRome. She can find her way back. Aiko with a substantial lead. And as long as she just takes her time, this game might just be able to be hers. But obviously, she doesn't want just to. She wants more. She knows that this game could be high scoring. As Boltini, again, I don't know. Again, BoltiniRome, she's winning the 50-50s. Aiko challenged her in one. Probably a bad mistake to do that, because Boltini is an absolute tank when it comes to this kind of stuff. She just doesn't move with 50-50s. As BoltiniRome, again, still a lot of fight left in her, but we'll see what happens next. Aiko, touch in front, Boltini. Aiko still waiting. That touch doesn't go very far. Aiko. Dribble, no flick though. Boltini's gotta be careful. As now Boltini, with a very nice boost total, gonna get it over Aiko Wusky. As Aiko, not much resources coming back. That will be a race that BoltiniRome will win. And what really hurt here for Aiko is just her lack of boost. BoltiniRome had so much left in the tank. You get back quickly and put it in. And Aiko, oh, you could tell in the text chat, Aiko's not very happy about giving up that goal. BoltiniRome, maybe he's starting to break through, but Aiko, again, still close series. Did have a 2-goal lead, but she can reinstate it again. Looking for free. That's a chip in from Aiko Wusky. And again, Aiko trying to keep herself one step ahead of Boltini. These two teammates really keeping it close, but Aiko Wusky looking to pull ahead just a little bit. Boltini. No shot coming. Now the flick. Aiko. Just trying to see if she can maybe catch Boltini on a bit of an overcommit, but Boltini not doing that. She's just trying to push her way through. No boost army. Aiko Wusky can finally get the challenge going, and Boltini now back with a little bit, but still not a lot. Again, these players starting to focus more and more on those boost totals every single game. As not having boost at this level can definitely mean that you might just be a sitting duck. Aiko, I mean, she's waiting for the sidewall. Boltini won't let her. Aiko's trying to wait for her turn, but yeah, you can't wait too long in a 1v1, and now she will have to get the clear from her back wall. Maybe just found an open net, though. That shot has missed. Will bounce awkwardly. Aiko, maybe a follow-up. That's off the post. Boltini trying to get it away. Aiko still pushing. BoltiniRome again engaging in 50-50s and again trying to win them. As Aiko, definitely a confident aerial. That's a decent shot, but it was low. BoltiniRome collects it and can dribble it out. Again, back to kind of the point in this series where it feels like it sets a while between goals, but as soon as I say that, BoltiniRome with a dribble down the field. And that will roll right on in. Aiko just got a little too carried away on that side wall. Shouldn't have challenged so early. Instead, should have tried to wait to see what Boltini would do. Maybe 50-50 it instead. As a kickoff, straight for Aiko. That should be another one. It will be right off the kickoff. Aiko Wusky in the lead again. Sometimes it is just as simple as that. Aiko with another goal. Again, a decently high scoring game. Aiko looking for the dribble. Maybe a double tap. Aiko can hit these. Oh, she almost did. BoltiniRome just kind of watched. I mean, how do you defend Aiko whenever she's up in the air like that? Unfortunately for Boltini, Aiko just couldn't put it on target, although that is an overcommit from BoltiniRome. Aiko back the other way. Boltini with the block. Aiko having to race all the way back, but she will give BoltiniRome space on offense. Quick shot for Boltini off the crossbar. And again, Aiko, who has her time, can do whatever she wants here. Flick. Ooh, what a backwards flick. That's up high. Aiko follow up and in. Aiko Wusky adds another to her lead. And this one, quite a splendid display. Just another backwards flick. She's got Boltini on a couple of these. And again, she uses them to perfection. Aiko. With some incredibly strong mechanics. I mean, we already knew both these players were quite mechanical. Going into this one, if you've ever seen these players, you'll know. But to see the mechanics on display in 1v1 is definitely a proving sign as Boltini. He wants the quick shot, going for it. Aiko Wusky with the block. Boltini will head all the way back. As Boltini still not giving up hope. Pop up, maybe wants to dunk. What a save from Aiko Wusky. She just puts herself in front of the ball. And she just is stronger in that play. Although again, Boltini still staying active. Aiko misses it. Follow-up won't be the same. Again, Aiko Wusky continuously able to break through. Boltini wanted to just get some time to maybe try to dribble that one, but Aiko never gave her the chance. And the ball does fall through again for Aiko Wusky. Aiko has the dribble. Boltini to keep it away. 30 seconds now. Boltini's got to make quick work here. She wants to come back in the series. Boltini taking the boost. Down the corner. Aiko still challenging. Just trying to make Boltini run away from this thing. Ultimately, Boltini isn't in control. She won't be able to score. Exactly what Aiko's doing. Again, look at this. Just a game of running away here for Aiko. Following up Boltini, but Boltini does have it. Time left for her if she can put it on. Off the back wall. Second touch. Oh, no. Oh, it's got in. Somehow it's fallen in. I thought Boltini won't have the double tap there. Instead, the ball just kind of pinballed in front of the nets. She actually saved her own shot on Aiko. Whoops, put it all in. It won't matter. Time will run out here. Aiko Wusky will win the series. And yeah, that's your series winner again. It's Aiko Wusky. The two Stryker teammates playing against each other. Aiko takes the dub. As again, a fun series here. As again, just a fun little show match here. Again, a 1v1 best of 5. As again, Again, what a series. Again, it's a fun little matchup as Aiko able to show that her mechanics definitely do know what they're doing. As I know we had some follows during this as well. As a follow coming in from J Phelps, thank you for the follow. Again, thank you Zion earlier in the stream for having the raid. As again, we're gonna be chatting with these two for a little bit.
Yes.
As hello, how's it going again? Congrats, fun little 1v1 series there. How are you both feeling?
Tired.
Tired. I mean, you do have stated before that you are not 1v1 experts, but even so, you still played pretty well. I mean, what I need to hear the context to why we have this one win in the first place.
I wanted to.
Oh, I could just wanted to. I could just said no, we need to 1v1 and then Boltini's like, yeah, sure, sure. I guess that's
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened.
yeah, that makes sense. Again,
Also,
still,
Boltini bullies me in comms.
I do not.
Yes, you do.
Oh, here we go. Yes. Again, I love the banter here, but again, it was a fun series, and what really interested me was that like game 3, and you know why? You had like an almost 3-minute overtime. That never happens. In overtimes and 1v1s usually are less than a minute long, less than 30 seconds long even sometimes. What in the world happened? It was a 3-minute overtime. Were you both nervous?
I don't know.
I didn't even know it was 3 minutes. It felt like
I
5
didn't
hours.
pay attention.
Didn't pay attention. So you weren't nervous, or you were nervous?
We were, I think, just surviving the entire time.
Yeah.
No nerves. Love it. Okay. All right. See, I see. Bones of Steel. That couldn't be me on a stream. I'll let you know that. I definitely would be nervous in a matchup like that. But again, a fun little 1v1. I mean, I guess we can also continue talking about your future matches for Stryker, yeah, and for Winning for Dakota. We'll start with Boltini. Winning for Dakota, you get to play on Sunday on against No Hit Esports. When I talk to me about that series, because that series is interesting, especially considering that both teams are undefeated.
It's going to be a tough one. I'm ready, though. Granted, Vector and I still haven't practiced together because, we do that on game day, and that's it, just for 1 hour. And then we're like, all right, game time. But I think we're ready. We're hoping to win. I'm hoping to 3-0, but it's going to be very difficult.
Of course, and the other match, obviously, the team that both of you are on, Stryker, yeah, Aiko, Wusky, you all have to play Team Define Academy on Sunday as well, right after that 2v2 match, in fact. So, you want to talk to me a little bit about that series and maybe some of your opinions on that matchup?
I have never played Slep in DD3. I don't know. I don't remember who else is on that team.
It's Slep, it's Flipper, it's Zaz, I know, is on that team.
I haven't played them in 3v3, but if they're what I remember from last season, in my 2v2 match I played against them, it was a tough match. I ended up reverse sweeping us, but I think we have a much stronger roster than what we have had recently. Like, we're getting our chemistry a lot better. If we play the way that we did in our scrim today, I think we could probably get this win.
Again, I love to hear the confidence, of course. Again, a fun little 1v1. I'm happy actually you all booked me for this, because this was really entertaining. Despite what both of you said, it actually was really close, and it was really fun to watch. Again, fun matchup. Obviously, Aiko, congrats on the win. But before we go, we always do this. We might as well do it here as well. We'll do a short little shout out section. So we'll start with BoltiniRome. If you have any final comments, any shout outs you want to make, the time is now.
Shoot. I'll shout you out, and of course not Dakota because she's asleep this time. But I'm gonna shout out Laggy. Definitely Laggy, because the best comms that he gave me to practice is hit ball in net. That's it.
Sounds like a lot of other coaches I've heard. I mean, sometimes the simple things do a lot of work. Again, the whole Stryker yeah team really solid. The whole Winning for Dakota team super solid. Again, there's a lot of players I'm sure that we're excited to see this matchup. Obviously, of course, Aiko, do you have anything that you want to add to that one as well? Any shoutouts you want to give?
You obviously for casting it, Boltini for being the one to stay up a little bit later than what she was supposed to for doing this 1v1. Yeah.
Again, congratulations on your win, Aiko, Wusky. Thank you both for actually booking me, even though it was a bit of a late notice. I have no problem. It's a fun 1v1 match. Again, it was a fun night. I will actually. I think I'll be, seeing your matches on Sunday. It won't be on this stream, but it will be on other streams. I'll be there for them. So again, good luck in your upcoming Skyward Series matches.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Again, just a fun little chat there. BoltiniRome and Aiko Wusky. They're both teammates, so it's nothing bad. There's again, shout out to Peak for the raid. I saw you with the raid of 7. Thank you, Peak. Flip Sliderson with the resub again. Thank you so much. You've been subbed for 9 months. Holy, I know you've been one of my longest subs, so it's nice to see you, Flip Sliderson. Hopefully you're doing well. Always happy to see you. Hello in chat there. Arcticize? Arcticize. Is that how you pronounce it? Arcticize? Thank you for the follow, Arcticize. How you doing? Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully, again, if I'm not saying your name, please tell me, Arcticize. Is it Arcticize? That sounds to be right. But again, what a series. What a fun little time. Arctic Ice? Oh, it's just Arctic Ice. Oh, just 2 words, just smushed together. Probably should have assumed that. Again, fun nights as, again, we still have 1 more series to go. It'll be Team Gambit taking on Knights of Chaos Strikers Gold. Again, that will be another best of 5. That'll be coming up very, very soon. Again, what a fun series here tonight. Again, thank you to Aiko and Boltini for booking this. This was a fun one. I always love myself some good 1v1s every now and then, and that was an exciting 1v1. There's a lot of things I could definitely catch from that. So again, stick around, guys. There will be more action coming up soon. Our final match of the night, a Golden Cup match. Rarely we ever get them, but when we do, they're usually pretty exciting, and they usually include Knights of Chaos Strikers Gold. This is no different. They'll be playing Team Gambit. See you all soon in a few minutes. We have one more series tonight. Welcome back, Sportiest Stream, and I think I forgot to tell you all this before the stream started. This is actually gonna be the last match for a little while for me. I'm gonna be out for a few days. I'm not gonna be live on this channel for a little bit, but I will be back next week. I'm just trying to take a few days. One, go out to do a little bit of traveling and gonna clear my mind, but I will be back soon. So again, it'll be the last match for a little while, but hey, it's a good one, and it's a match that is in a league that we haven't seen in a very long time. Again, we actually and an org that we haven't seen in a very long time. The Knights of Chaos organization with their gold roster who plays in the Golden Cup. Last time we saw this team was in week 1 of the Golden Cup 6 weeks ago. It's been a while since we've seen these guys, but they are back now near the end of the season. There's actually some playoff implications on this series. Of course, before we do that, let's take a look at the schedule we've had tonight. It's been a long night of action. We've had 5 different matches today, starting with noon at the Boomer Boys ISG Juice. Boomer Boys taking down ISG Juice in a Game 5 OT. That included a 0-second goal from ISG Juice to try to keep themselves alive. But then obviously later on, we then had a second stream with 135 Black taking down Unknown Esports 3-1 in what was quite an interesting premier match. After that, Swordfish Bebop got swept by Stryker Nebula in an upset that I've not seen in a very long time. Then after that, Aiko Wusky took down BoltiniRome 3-1. And of course now we have our Golden Cup match. Team Gambit, Knights of Chaos, Strikers Gold. The last time we saw a Knights of Chaos roster was not gold, it was actually the main roster. It does include one of the players though on gold, and that player being Eternal Vector, who I believe is also on that main roster. As that name actually is actually one of the longest names out there. It's so long, in fact, it's actually a little bit hidden as well. So again, last time we saw Knights of Chaos was when last time we saw this organization was when Knights of Chaos played the B team back in week 2 of LOS Champs, and that was a couple weeks ago as well. That was about 2 weeks ago when we last saw that match. So yeah, it's been a while since we've seen this org. It's always nice to see them again. As again, this is their gold roster. This is I think they have 2 rosters. It's their main roster and their gold roster. Knights of Chaos, Strikers Gold, and this is their Strikers Gold roster that plays in the Golden Cup. They're playing against Team Gambit, who their season has been an interesting one. Currently, they stand at a 2-3 record. Strikers Gold 4-2. To guarantee to get into the playoffs, you want to have at least 5 wins. In fact, actually, Strikers Gold, this is a huge match. This is their last regular season match. So, winning this is not necessary for them because they are currently in the playoff race and they're doing pretty well in it. But if Knights of Chaos Strikers Gold does win, they will clinch their spot. If Team Gambit loses, they are out of the running and they have to win. I'm almost certain. As again, we're going to get that prediction poll up again about 5 minutes before the match start time. Prediction poll is live, but again, for Team Gambit, their situation is definitely an interesting one. If they do not win, they're in hot water. They could still qualify, but a win here would give them a really good chance. They would probably bump into the top 4. Because they have still one more match to go for Team Gambit. In fact, actually, it's an earlier match that had to be rescheduled, so that matchup, they'll be playing soon, of course, though. And it's going to be an important match for them because they need wins to get into the playoffs. They're outside the playoffs. They're just outside, actually. They are literally, I believe, the 5th-seeded team. Yeah, they are the 5th-seeded team. If they can win, they'll be in a good position to maybe bounce back here into the playoffs. Of course, though, for them, specifically for Team Gambit, getting 2 wins will basically be what is necessary for them. Not totally necessary, but it will essentially be, if they can get 2 wins, they can qualify. But again, for Strikers Gold, all they need is 1. All they need is this one. This is their last match of the regular season, so winning here is a must for them if they want to clinch their spot and potentially get into a better ranking as well. We'll see, though, if they can do that. Strikers Gold, interesting season for them. They've never gone to Game 5. They've only won in sweeps or 3-1s or lost in sweeps. That's been their games. Again, they've won in sweeps. They've won actually in 2 sweeps. They've won 2 other games 3-1. Including actually the top-seeded team at GHE Black, which is impressive. That is a team that is currently ranked number 1. I'm just taking a look at their rankings here. And of course, GG stands for Golden Hour Esports, which is the org actually that runs the Golden Cup. That Knights of Chaos Strikers Gold, the only Knights of Chaos team to be in this league. Of course, a lot of pressure on them, a lot of questions on how well they'll do. We will be seeing what will happen here. As again, their game differential is +4. Team Gambit, their game differential is -4. The next team closest to them has a game differential of +5, so yeah, it's going to be really tough for them to come back. They're going to have to win their next matches, their 2 matches then, because even if the other team loses, they would not win on game differential. So actually, Team Gambit has to win this. I just noticed they have to win this, because the next team closest to them, the game differential of 5. Again, even if Striker's Gold loses, Team Gambit, I don't think would be able to catch up to them. Oh, no, they could, actually. If Striker's Chaos loses, there's a chance that Team Gambit could actually take them. But again, Team Gambit, if they lose, they are out. They cannot qualify. Their game differential just would not be good enough to get past the next team waiting, so unfortunately for them, that would be the end of their season. Of course, we will see what will happen here. As again, we're going to get into this matches. Hello, Cookie Cat, how are you doing? Nice to see you. Hopefully you're doing well. Again, quite an exciting matchup, our last one of the night. As my hair is a mess, of course. But again, it's been a night of insane action. Again, that is what our schedule has been looking like. Of course, we are just waiting on these teams to join. As soon as they're in, we'll be good to get ourselves going here for the final match of the night. Again, final match for a little while. Of course, though, pay attention to my Twitter at SportyFCRL to get updates on everything that I'm doing. As again, prediction polls, put your votes in. We'll see just how many people vote in here. As again, for this match, it's best of 5 for the regular season. I believe the playoffs are best of 7 though, and only the top 4 teams here make it in. There are 8 teams total, I believe. Yeah, there's 8 teams total. You want to be in that top half. So again, you want to end up with a good record. Generally speaking, a 400 record will be enough. It will be like the low min. Sorry, the 400 record could be like the minimum to get in. But if you can get 5 wins, you guarantee. So that's what they're trying to do here for Striker's Gold. They win in this last week. They clinch their spot. And in fact, they're in a situation where they actually could potentially get a first place spot if they do well enough. Of course, though, that would be pretty difficult. So we'll see, though. Striker's Chaos Gold currently ranked number 2. Again, that doesn't guarantee a spot when I think there's another team that does have a chance of making it in past you. As we will be seeing here who will have this one. Match start time is now, so we're just waiting on these teams. As we might be having some issues with the server. One sec. Let me fix the server. Oh, I made an issue. There we go. There you go. That should fix it. Now we'll get him into the lobby. Let's go in-game. And wait for these teams. There's Eternal Vector, Dark Helmet, who was better known by the name of Shenanigans, if you remember that name. Plugs and Jen, the players of SOC Gold. Now just waiting on Team Gambit. As soon as they're in, we'll get this series started. To my knowledge, SOC Gold is in the the mid-champ range. I actually don't know what rank Gambit's in, but I think they would have to be somewhat similar to that. As again, Gambit represented by 3 players today. That will be Mr. Chair, Kilo, and Rooney. As soon as they join, we'll be good to get going. I think we'll give these teams up to 15 minutes though past match start time. They might just be having some delays, might be just doing some warm-ups. Completely understandable, it does happen. Again, as soon as they're here, we'll get going. in the last match of the night. Again, thank you all so much for joining me for such a long night of action. But I think that picture ball also is closed, by the way. But again, thank you all so much for joining me for such a long night of action. It does mean a lot to me. We are, again, just waiting as... Oh, they just joined in. Nope, that's Vector who just left, actually. One of them just left. Vector just left. Again, we will give them up to 15 minutes past match start time to join. And as soon as they are here, we'll be getting things going. Again, Team Gambit is the underdogs in this matchup. They're also a team I have not actually seen before, so we'll see how good they are as they take on Knights of Chaos Strikers Gold. And SOC, actually, if you're wondering, it stands for Strikers of Chaos. It's a kind of a shorthand version of their name. That's usually the name actually that teams go by, but of course they have the main org name on there. We are just waiting here. Again, I do apologize on the delays. I'm hoping that they are going to be here soon. As, again, we're just waiting for these players. Again, it seems like everything's running well. Again, we'll give them up to 15 minutes past match start time to join. I don't remember the exact rules. I think the exact rules might actually be like 10 minutes, but we'll give them up to 15, just to be nice. They should be here any moment. As, I mean, it does show that they are online, so... Well, let's hope that that will be enough. As SOC Gold has made it, so they are in the lobby. We'll be waiting to see if we can get Team Gambit in. But again, this should be an interesting matchup. I don't know I don't know if this will be a super quick matchup or not. Again, I don't know Team Gambit that well, so depending on how well they will play, this could be this could be a very close series, or it could just be very not. We'll find out though. One of the fun things about leagues like this that are so small that you don't really know all that much about them, you can kind of get surprised. As again, as soon as they're here, we'll get the game going. I do hope that it doesn't take them too long. Again, I'm assuming that they're just having some issues here. As again, they should be here any moment. And again, I do apologize on the delays that we're having. They should be here. I am messaging them. I'm gonna see if we can get one. But we are trying to get in contact here with Team Gambit. Make sure they are in. Because, again, Strikers of Chaos Gold have made it. And I would like to have the series not end in a forfeit if possible. Of course, that could be what might be happening here. I really do hope that that this is not going to end in a no-show. It would be quite a disappointing end to the stream if we end up without having a match. Again, again, just gotta hope that Team Gambit does make it on time. And that, if we do have any delays, that they do communicate that. does happen where teams do have delays. Again, I believe that it's 15 minutes given. I'm almost certain that the rule for grace period is 15 minutes. We will take a look, though. Yes, so yeah, okay, it is a 15-minute grace period. I did just check the rules. I do have the rules posted, so it wasn't too hard to check. It is a 15-minute grace period, so again, I hope that we don't have to use that. If we do, again, I do apologize, as we are now getting well into that grace period time, and I'm a little worried that they haven't actually responded yet. Again, with any luck, we'll get them in. They might just be doing some warm-ups. And we'll be getting Team Gambit to join. But yeah, we are getting close to that 10 minutes, meaning we'd be through 2/3 of our grace period time. And if this does end in a forfeit, as Stryker Gold will qualify for the playoffs, so Team Gambit, if they want to have a chance at doing so, they have to play this match. Again, we are just waiting for these teams here. As soon as Team Gambit joins, we'll get the series started. We are under no real rush, though, because this is the last series of the night, so if Stryker Gold do elect to extend the waiting period, we can, I can definitely stick around for that. Of course, that is up to Gold here if we do it those 15 minutes, and it is up to that Gold team to decide if they want to. Again, they are represented by Jen, Plugs, Dark Helmet, and Eternal Vector. Eternal Vector, you might recognize his name because he is also on the Winning for Dakota team, who just saw BoltiniRome play earlier. Maybe with any luck, we'll get to see Eternal Vector join in, but he is there mostly as a sub, though. He is not one of the starting 3 players for this roster. And we should be getting this any time now. And I do hope that they do join, as we are waiting for Team Gambit. Again, we are now 10 minutes past match start time. I really hope we don't have to, I really hope this doesn't end in a forfeit. I really don't want to have that happen. Be quite a sad series here if that is what happens, but it does happen sometimes. I'm hoping that, again, Team Gambit does join in. They are just maybe late. And they have up to 15 minutes past match start to join, and then we can get this series going. Only 10 minutes of those minutes gone, but I have not heard anything from them. I don't think Stryker Gold have heard anything from them. And it could mean that maybe they aren't available anymore. Because again, the players in the lobby are for Stryker's Gold, so they have all made it on time. Again, I will see if I can message. I'm going to message Team Gambit. And as soon as we get any, we haven't gotten any confirmation from Team Gambit either that they can't make it, meaning that, again, this could just be a simple situation where maybe they just weren't prepared, or maybe they were on a different time schedule. Whatever it is, we will make sure that we can get this thing sorted out. As again, we are getting close to the end of those 15 minutes that we can give them. We do again go past that 50-minute limit. It depends on what Striker's Gold says. If they wish to take the forfeit win, they can. If they wish to add more time, they also can do that. It really is depending on what they say, but again, it depends if we get to that 50-minute plus extra. As Team Gambit still has not shown up for their match. Reminder, if they lose this series, and that includes forfeit losses, if they lose in any way, they are out of the running for the playoffs. Striker's Gold, if they win in any way, they will guarantee their spot in the playoffs. Meaning that if Gambit doesn't show up, their run in their seasonal run is over. Striker's Gold will have qualified for the playoffs in their last week of action. This will be, again, their last week of the regular season. As, again, we have not heard from Team Gambit on if they will join or not. Still, there's still a little bit of time left for them to join. I'm hoping that they do join. I do want to see this series. Again, it is up to Gold, their choice. If we do get to those 15 minutes and they do not, and Team Gambit does not show up, we'll unfortunately have to call this. We'll unfortunately may have to just call the series there, and I really don't want to do that. Again, Striker's Gold can add more time if they wish to. But it does depend on if they want to. I know a lot of teams may not have that time to do it. As, again, these things are planned pretty meticulously. But it does seem like time has run out here. We have gone to those 50 minutes. Now it is up to Gold if they want to take the forfeit win or not. Again, they have a couple different choices here. They can take that forfeit win. That will be the end of the series. They'll move on to the playoffs. Gambit will be out. Or they can try to wait and add more time. Or they can reschedule. We'll see what happens here. But unfortunately, Team Gambit still has not shown up. We have heard from Striker's Gold. They made the decision. They will wait another 5 minutes. They'll give them another 5 minutes to join on in. So we'll have 5 more minutes here for Team Gambit. They do not show up in those 5 minutes. I believe that is when Gold is going to call the forfeit. But again, nice sportsmanship here from Gold. They're going to give them, again, some extra time to join. That does not happen. That will just be it. We'll just end this one here. I think they'll just call the forfeit. As Gambit, again, has not shown up for their match. Again, this would be quite a match, wouldn't it be, if it ends like this? Again, quite a sad way for the series to end. But again, Gold, they are actually having some of their players leave the lobby just to do warm-ups. Again, that is perfectly fine. We do know that they have all made it in, and that they are all available. Again, it's up to Team Gambit to show up at this point. Again, they have now left for warm-ups, which is perfectly fine. Again, they can totally do that. I have confirmed that they have all joined. They have all joined. They can use these screenshots as well from the stream. Maybe even save some of it. But again, we have confirmed that Striker's Gold has made it into the lobby. And even though Team Gambit has not shown up, again, they have given them an extra 5 minutes. We'll see if that is enough time for Team Gambit to join. Again, they have not shown up to their match start time. Again, I really hope this is not one of those situations where... I really hope it's not one of those situations where they just decide not to play. That would be a terrible thing, wouldn't it be? Again, if we do not get Team Gambit in the field, that will just be it for the series then. That'll be it for the night. That'll be an unfortunate way to end my streams a little bit. Because again, I'm going to be off to a quick break after this stream. We'll be back after a couple days. Or you'll still see me. I'll still be doing commentary. I'm just going to be doing it on other streams and I'll also have a couple days where I'm just going to be off for a little bit. But I will be back soon, don't worry. Just need a quick break to recharge. I mean, everybody needs it, I think. Especially someone like me who is pretty busy. Especially with schooling coming up, I've got a lot of things to work on. But for now, again, we are just hoping that these guys join in. I want to see this series. I want to see Team Gambit play Stryker's Gold. I want to see a series where playoff spots are on the line. Again, if we do not get a response from Team Gambit, they will have forfeited their series. Again, it's an unfortunate situation. You know, a qualification spot all leads up to this, and it ends because of a forfeit loss. That does happen, though. They're still going to give them their full 15 minutes, and actually, again, their full 20 minutes now. Again, that gold has extended it 5 minutes, so we still have a few minutes left here. We'll see if they maybe make it in. If not, SOC Gold will qualify for their playoff bracket. As again, this is a really unfortunate situation. I'm pretty sad from this because I really wanted to see this series. I wanted to see a good series just between 2 3v3 teams. I wanted to see these teams play against each other. But to be in a situation like this where very likely it won't happen does make me a bit sad. And we are getting closer and closer to the 20 minutes before I think Gold will call it. As we have now, well, we've now waited here for approximately 20 minutes. And it does seem like they won't be joining, so again, it's up to Gold here. Again, they can make the call whenever they want to. They have waited the allocated amount of time, which is 15 minutes, to join in. We have now gone 20 minutes past match start time, so again, it is up to Gold to call the forfeit. If they decide to do it, totally fine. That is within the rules. They have waited actually more than enough time for Team Gambit to join. It would be an unfortunate way to end off this stream and to end off this night, but it does happen. Unfortunately, it does happen. As again, we have waited those 20 minutes. We'll see if Gold decides to call the forfeit. Up to them to make that decision. But my assumption is that they will be. And having waited well over the 15 minutes necessary to wait for another team to join. As they have called it here, they have called the forfeit here for Stryker's Gold. Understandable when, again, the other team has not shown up for 20 minutes past your match start time when you only need to give them 15. So, again, unfortunate situation here. But Team Gambit has no-showed. Knights of Chaos, Stryker's Gold will take this series by default. And that will, yet again, they have now, with that technical win, they have now qualified for the main event, for the final bracket. Again, they have called it here. 20 minutes past match start time. They have called the forfeit, so that will end off that. Unfortunately, that is the end of our last series of the night. I do hope we get to see more of this team, but unfortunately, this Golden Cup match will never happen. It does end with a forfeit. Again, it's an unfortunate end to what has been a really good night of action. We've had a lot of really fun matches, a lot of high-level play. Again, we started off with a Game 5 OT win from the Boomer Boys over ISG Juice. 935 Black takes down Unknown Esports 3-1 in a high-level premier match in the Skyward Series. After that, Stryker Nebula upsets Swordfish Bebop with a 3-0 sweep, taking down the once undefeated side. After that was a 1v1 with Aiko Wusky winning that 3-1 as well. And then, of course, we ended with that forfeit win for Knight to Chaos Striker's Gold. Again, an unfortunate ending to what has been a great night, but it is just sometimes how the cookie crumbles here. But, again, will be a forfeit win here for Striker's Gold here of the Knight to Chaos organization. Again, it's an unfortunate ending to this series, but it is just how things go sometimes. Again, it is going to end the series here. Again, an unfortunate ending. Good night again. Thank you all so much for being super patient with me. Again, it's been an interesting night. Again, I do apologize for, trying to get this last match set up and it never happens. But that is, again, just how things sometimes works out. But again, thank you all so much for joining. Again, thank you all so much for joining me for all these matches. Again, an unfortunate ending to our night here, but hey, it's still been a lot of fun. I'll be back live again in a couple days, probably. Again, just taking a quick break. I'll be back soon, though. Keep booking me. Sporty FC. Thank you for joining the Sporty stream.